Hello, my name is Dr. Morgan Belcher, and I'm excited to share with you my experiences with using diverse text sets in a first grade classroom. My journey in education began about 14 years ago when I was a professional development school teacher candidate from Illinois State University. After I completed my undergraduate course, I became a first grade teacher, and that has been my primary role for the last 15 years. But during this time, I have also had multiple experiences within education that have given me various perspectives on education. One of my roles has been to serve as a mentor to professional development school teacher candidates. I have also completed my master's degree in reading from Illinois State University, and I recently completed my doctoral degree at Illinois State University. One other role that I stepped into during this time has been to serve as an instructor of literacy courses for early childhood teacher candidates within Illinois State University. These various experiences have given me diverse and multiple perspectives on the various roles in education. I can recall my first experiences being immersed in diverse text sets was when I started my reading master's program. We had a professor who each week would read picture books to us. And it was during this time that I started to learn there are so many different texts out there beyond what I was seeing in those book order catalogs that could afford my students multiple perspectives from around the world. However, my awareness of diverse text really became strengthened through my partnerships with the teacher candidates in the professional development school. They were sharing with me multiple texts that they were learning about in their undergraduate coursework, and I can remember one specific teacher candidate who would go to the town library each week and scour the shelves for diverse texts to share with our students. And it was really from her efforts that I learned so much more about diverse texts and using them in the classroom. And I really appreciate those experiences, and since I've stepped into those multiple roles of education, I feel very fortunate that I was able to connect with those student teachers and learn some of the things they were learning during their coursework too. A few years after that experience, when I began my doctoral journey, not only was I immersed in picture books that I could use during my mini lessons and independent reading time with students in my first grade classroom, but I was also immersed in the research that supports using these diverse texts. And it was during that time that my eyes were really opened up to how and why we should be using diverse texts in the classroom. The students in my class began learning about diverse places all around the world and experiences others were having. They learned about refugee camps in the Middle East, and they connected that to things they were hearing in the news, like the Syrian refugee crisis happening a few years ago. They would read books from Jacqueline Woodson and would connect that to what they were hearing about the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King Jr. I had some other students who would gravitate towards books that had characters that looked like them and had experiences like them, whereas other times they might have been reluctant to be eager to read a book. They were really drawn into these various experiences. I saw children combat gender roles because of what we had read when I overheard one girl saying to a boy, anyone can play with that puzzle. That's not just a girl puzzle. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, you can play with whatever you want. So let's hear what some of my former students who are now in third grade are saying about what they remember from these texts that we read together while they were in first grade.
So you told me that you read the book Ada's Violin in first grade. What do you remember about the book?
That Ada's made a homemade violin, and all the trash from different states were dumped there.
Had you ever heard of this place before you read the book?
No.
What did you learn about the world from reading this book?
That just because it's trash doesn't mean it can't be reused.
What made it such a good book?
That people can be creative with other stuff.
In Jacob's new dress, he was getting made fun of because he kept wearing dresses.
What do you think this book helped you learn?
That anyone can wear dresses no matter what gender.
Do you think you believed that before you read the book, or did the book help you know that?
I'd say the book helped me know that a little bit better.